Any questions on the property tax rate public hearing? Get a motion to close the property tax meeting. Michael makes a motion, Reggie seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn?
Yes.
Susan? Reggie?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
John?
Yes. Okay. The next order of business is call the regular council meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Consent agenda, we have a treasurer's report, approve the minutes of August 13th, and approve payment of bills. You gonna do that treasurer's report?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
September the 10th, 2024 treasurer's report. Payable checks from major vendors. Y'all just bear with me, I'm not used to like letting me do it. 8,303,550, no, 8,303,507, 28. And total mayor's vendor payment checks, 4,313,255.72. Payable payroll, 165,336.28. And with grand total, 8,607,333.81.
Okay. And the $4 million was the FEMA check that came in, and we moved that over to Security Bank, and then Security Bank moved it to Bank of Missouri yesterday.
Yes.
And basically, we got Fred asking $1.6 million left on the wastewater treatment bonds, but we've got state money still to come,
Yes.
which should be coming here shortly. I don't know, did you get an update on that, Anita, today?
2.2 is what we ought to get. It's 10% from SEMA for the money they held out. And then CDBG, I didn't get confirmation on how much that would be. And Traven didn't call me. He called me back, but I wasn't in my office when he called.
Okay. Okay. Get a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Michael, second by John. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn?
Yes.
Susan?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
John?
Yes. Okay, the first item up for new business is an ordinance approving amendment to the City of Cedar Rapids fireworks regulation. And I think we had some discussion on that.
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I would like to add to the dates that they're allowed to shoot the fireworks to include July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
To include July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Okay.
That'll give them a total of 7 days, which includes
So it
June.
was the discharge of fireworks allowed within the city. You're talking about item I under A?
Correct.
Selling period stays the same, but the actual discharge of the fireworks.
Yes, sir.
Along the city,
So we would just
Limits
change the 4 to
only
1,
on the
July
19th
1 through 6?
and 4, so you're saying July 1st,
Through the 6th.
okay? Any discussion on that?
I'm in agreement.
You're in agreement? Discussion?
I would be in agreement, but I think we had a small table talk about
Yeah.
the fines for, during that time period for shooting on city property. Seem to have an issue with fireworks being shot.
Well, that would be another issue.
Or is that a whole different animal?
Yeah, it's a whole different animal.
Okay. Okay. I support it.
Yeah, this is just setting the dates.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. So we got that. I got that, it's fine. Okay.
Can we-
Okay, with the change of July 1st to July 6th for discharge, that's the change in the ordinance.
July.
1st through the 6th.
Shoot-
That's why I kept looking at you, Susan.
Why
That was
would you
selling
change
it.
to July 1st?
Pardon?
Why would you
CPC,
change
why
it
would
to
you
July
do
We're not changing the selling at all. We're only changing the discharge,
Why are we changing the discharge?
because they're requesting that, and that's what we had discussion on.
But that's what we discussed, and Michael proposed that we change the 1st through the 6th.
No.
That's what we discussed.
You don't want that?
I like that idea.
Okay,
I
so we got 3 that do, 4, I guess, but we gotta call a roll. Okay, read it as a bill, please.
Okay. Bill number 24-074, an ordinance approving an amendment to City of St. Robert Code Section 200.690 firecrackers fireworks regulations.
Okay, get a motion on the first reading. Michael makes a motion, get a second.
Second.
John, second. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
No.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't pass, so we can end it there, right? Didn't pass. 4 votes,
Oh, we need 5.
1 against. Need 5.
We
I
need
think
5,
that's-
yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't pass.
We need 5.
So you're gonna have to change all your bill numbers. Bill and ordinance numbers.
Okay, let me explain why I'm saying no, and I won't get into a whole lot of reasons, but the reason I said only July 3rd, 4th, and 5th is because it's gonna take a while for people to get used to this, and if we start extending it out to the 1st, we're gonna start shooting them off on the 30th. If people need a reason to start shooting fireworks off early, they can come down to the city and petition and say, hey, we have a special event on the 1st, can we shoot fireworks off on the 1st? We don't need a whole week of shooting fireworks off for the very reasons I presented in my dialogue a month ago. I think it's sufficient for shooting fireworks off on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's not going to hurt the sellers, they're still going to sell fireworks up until afterwards. If you're a big fan of fireworks, that's great, but there's people that actually suffer, and along that period is why I said, just, we're the only, those 3 or 4
Here's the
days.
thing, with the failure of this passing tonight,
We're going to go back,
we go back all the way to the 19th and they shoot them from there.
okay, but I'm just,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, and I don't want to see it fail, I just don't want a whole week of fireworks.
Well, we can bring it back up again. You got a long way to July
Yeah,
if this passes tonight. But that shortens it from the 19th.
I was
to
just
the 1st.
hoping some more people would be here.
Yeah.
Michael, can you explain why you?
Because I'm thinking about the majority of the constituents also, who may be traveling and they can't just do the 4th, 5th, and 6th according to the ordinance that you proposed. It will cut into the money that the vendors are going to make because they are used to people buying them from the 19th and shooting them off every night, coming back the next day, and purchasing more fireworks to shoot off again. The proposed ordinance that originally was here was just June 19th, July 4th, 5th, and 6th. All I did was add 3 days to it. The beginning of July, July 1st through the 6th. And then you still have June 19th.
Okay, can we
So a
talk
total
about,
of 7 days.
can we go from July 2nd then to the 6th? I'll vote yes if we can go from July 2nd to the 6th. Can we do that?
What do you think?
I'm good with the 1st or the 2nd, but I don't know how we get around what we've done.
We've done, yeah.
Oh, we just go back and revote it 3 times with the changes.
Yeah, I'm good with the 1st or the 2nd.
I mean, I
Okay,
can
so we'll put it the
compromise.
2nd? Okay, we put it the 2nd.
Because this is.
2nd through the 6th and the 19th
2nd through the 6th.
is the discharge days. Okay?
Thank you,
Okay.
Michael.
Read it as a bill, first reading with the new dates. Yay!
That's progress.
Bill number 24-074, an ordinance approving an amendment to the City of St. Robert Code Section 200.690 firecrackers fireworks regulations.
Okay, get a motion. Glenn makes a motion, Reggie second. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, second reading.
Bill number 24-074, an ordinance ordinance approving an amendment to City of St. Robert Code Section 200.690 firecrackers, fireworks regulations.
A motion on the second reading. Michael makes a motion, John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
And John.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance please.
Ordinance number 4083, an ordinance approving an amendment to City of St. Robert Code Section 200.690 firecrackers, fireworks regulations.
Get a motion on the reading of the ordinance. Glenn makes a motion, Reggie seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, we got an audio ADA website accessibility. Anita, you want to tell us about that?
There was a law that changed the first of the year that if you have a website, it has to be ADA compliant.
Well, they changed the ADA compliant in that law, federal government did, and since that law has been changed, about 400 municipalities have been sued so far.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we're not talking like a couple $1,000, we're talking like $100,000.
Yeah, this is a couple $1,000, $3,000-4,000 to put this into place. So. Okay, read it as a bill.
Bill number 24-075, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a statement of work, quote, with Civic Plus for Audio Eye ADA website accessibility compliance services.
Get a motion on the first reading. Michael makes a motion. John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
And John.
Yes.
Okay, second reading.
Bill number 24-075, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a statement of work, quote, with Civic Plus for Audio Eye ADA website accessibility compliance services.
And a motion on the second reading. Reggie makes a motion. Glenn seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance please.
Ordinance number 4084, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a statement of work, quote, with Civic Plus for Audio Eye ADA website accessibility compliance services.
Okay, got a motion on the reading of the ordinance. Glenn makes a motion. Michael second. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan, Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, now we got a meter reading adjustment. Steve, you want to tell them about that?
We just added a section into the meter reading area of the ordinance that would, it helps us when we've had a lot of, I guess, not a lot, but anyway, this section here would help people from hindering or threatening and violence, sicking dogs on meter readers, that sort of nature. So we've run into quite a bit of that. We want this section added in there so they can be held accountable.
Yeah, didn't we do anything about stealing by going to the meter head and if the meter's gone, the wire across it and turn it electricity?
We have a tampering ordinance
Oh, do we?
for that, yes.
Okay.
So your meter reader, he doesn't actually just stay in his truck, he gets computerized reading, he gets out.
Yeah, a lot of them
And
we
some
still have to get out and
Okay, that's
manually
not
read.
confused on, okay,
So
makes sense.
some of them are in backyards and.
Okay.
Okay, read it as a bill, please.
Bill number 24-076, an ordinance amending section 710.020 of the Code of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, meter reading electricity.
A motion on the first reading. Mike makes a motion, Glenn seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Second reading.
Bill number 24-076, an ordinance amending section 710.020 of the Code of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, meter reading electricity.
A motion on the second reading. Reggie makes a motion, John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call the roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan, Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance please.
Ordinance number 4085, an ordinance amending section 710.020 of the Code of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, meter reading electricity.
Okay, get a motion on the reading of the ordinance. Reggie makes a motion, Michael seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Gwen,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, moving right along. Item 4, ordinance amending the City of St. Robert grass cutting cost schedule. I think you all were in the committee meeting, so we read that as a bill.
Bill number 24-077, an ordinance amending the City of St. Robert's grass cutting cost schedule.
Okay, get a motion on the first reading.
Motion.
Michael makes a motion, John seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Gwen,
Mayor.
Susan, or Glenn,
Mayor Rupes. I missed that particular. meeting.
Oh, okay, it's just the people that don't cut their grass, and we cut it. There's a schedule, and we put it against their taxes. And we're going to pay their taxes.
So we're gonna start scheduling that.
We've been doing that for years and years. We just raised the price.
Oh, that's where I was going, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Susan,
It's in there.
yes, Susan, okay, Reggie,
Yes.
Yes.
Michael.
Second reading.
Bill number 24-077, an ordinance amending the City of St. Robert's grass cutting schedule.
Cost schedule.
Okay, get a motion on the second reading. Michael makes a motion, Reggie seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance, please.
Ordinance number 4086, an ordinance amending the City of St. Robert's grass cutting cost schedule.
Get a motion on the reading of the ordinance. Glenn makes a motion, John seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Okay, next item is 5. We're in the City of St. Robert, fixing the rate for tax. We had the public hearing on this earlier, 0.34. So, okay, read it as a bill, please.
Bill number 24-078, an ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, affixing the rate of levy for tax purposes upon all taxable real property situated in the city and levying a tax upon such property for the calendar year 2024.
Okay. Get a motion on the first reading. Glenn makes a motion, Reggie seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
I just have one question. What was the rate before this? I didn't catch that.
It was the same.
It was
The same, okay.
No, the rates went down.
Comes from the state.
The rates are up.
No,
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
real estate tax.
I'm still on the old Sorry about that.
You still cutting grass?
Second reading.
Bill number 24-078, an ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, affixing the rate of levy for tax purposes upon all taxable real property situated in the city and levying a tax upon such property for the calendar year 2024.
A motion on the second reading. Michael makes a motion, John seconds, clarification, discussion.
Glenn,
Call roll.
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Ordinance, please.
Ordinance.
I'm here.
Glenn is here.
All right. Ordinance number 4087, an ordinance of the City of St. Robert, Missouri, affixing the rate of levy for tax purposes upon all taxable real property situated in the city and levying a tax upon such property for the calendar year 2024.
Okay, get a motion on the reading of the order. Glenn makes a motion, John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Next one is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of a street sweeper. Steve, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, we went through a committee on this one. This is a demo model. It's still, when we take possession of it, you'll still have full warranty. It's basically is brand new. We wouldn't be able to take possession of it until December 1st, I believe.
This year?
It was just, yes, it was just a little bit cheaper than the price of a brand new one. But a brand new one, I believe, was 285 days to build when we can get the demo model. And it's the last demo model they had, so they've just showed it to a few towns, and it doesn't really have any miles to speak on, on it, so.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Read it as a bill,
I don't
please.
think this is the right ordinance. We need to check just a minute.
Give us
This
just a
this is
minute.
not the, this is not the lease purchase.
Yeah.
This is an outright purchase, which is what I prepared on Friday. But Tice did one
Yeah,
that
we're,
was a lease purchase.
yeah, we're doing an outright purchase. We got
There's
the
a
invoice,
lease.
we gotta pay them, and then we get the truck
But
the first.
that's a different,
We've got a lease purchase for 2 years from Lane Dunbar. We've traded copies back 3 times. I had 12 copies prepared, but somebody didn't give them to us, so I have to go back to the office and get it. There's an ordinance with a lease purchase.
Yeah, because we gotta
attached.
give,
this is not the right
we
one.
gotta lock this one down, so we gotta lock this down.
I'm pretty sure I could forward it to someone. We might want to skip it for now and
Okay,
They
skip
told
it
me
over,
that it's-
5.6, going to 5.7, moving right along.
I think we're gonna go
No,
back
they're gonna go
tonight.
back and get the right
I
ordinance.
think we're going back to it tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna bring it before we close. An ordinance authorizing the intergovernmental agreement between the city and Pulaski County on circuit court. You wanna talk about the court stuff? Leah?
This is,
5.7.
well,
Aye.
this is with Rochelle,
Yeah.
the intergovernmental agreement. She's helping us out with the transition.
Okay, what happened was our municipal judge that we selected, at Waynesville had a personal situation, he resigned. The 2 court clerks had resigned. We had a meeting of the circuit judges and everybody involved, including the Jeff City people. Everybody's been cooperative. So, because it's all part of the circuit court system, Rochelle has authority to act. The judge at Rolla has agreed to act until we need him. So he came in, he's gonna handle both our dockets this month. We're gonna transfer early. We've got a bunch of dates. So what we have to do is, there are a lot of things that need to be transferred. Rochelle Beasley has been wonderful. She's been over here working many days. She's gonna bring 2 of her clerks over on their own time. And she is not going to charge us, but we need to pay the 2 clerks that are helping us for their time. So we're entering into an intergovernmental agreement with Rochelle for her to manage the court here until we can get it transferred downtown.
Oh,
So that's what we're doing, and there's a lot of documents. So to do that, to be able to pay these people, we have to do an intergovernmental agreement, and that's for her to help us. And I think she is just owed a tremendous amount of gratitude by us, because she stepped right into a terrible situation, fixed it right up. And we had our first court this month with a guy from Rolla, and he came over and did it for us. He got appointed by the chief judge, went right through just like normal. So
Okay.
our local circuit clerk's office has just been wonderful, and our chief judge.
Read it as a bill.
bill number 24-079, an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the city of St. Robert and the Pulaski County Circuit Clerk for the clerk to assist the city in the transfer of municipal court to associate circuit court.
That's the wrong bill number, right?
I
It's 80 on mine.
Well, I went ahead and took the next number. Do you want me not to do that?
Well, I thought we was gonna come back and do that. So, I don't know. How do you wanna do it?
I'd like to keep the consecutive numbers and
Oh, okay.
then we'll do that.
Okay, get a motion on the first reading.
Motion.
Michael makes a motion, John seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
yes.
Susan. Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
and Linda.
You sleeping?
Linda,
I can see she said yes. Okay, read a second time.
Bill number 24-079, an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the City of St. Robert and the Pulaski County Circuit Clerk for the clerk to assist the city in the transfer of municipal court to Associate Circuit Court.
Okay, get a motion on the second reading. Reggie makes a motion, John seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan, Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John,
Yes. Linda?
Linda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance please.
Ordinance number 4088, an ordinance authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the City of St. Robert and the Pulaski County Circuit Clerk for the clerk to assist the city in the transfer of municipal court to Associate Circuit Court.
Okay, get a motion on the reading of the ordinance. Glenn makes a motion, Michael seconds, clarification, discussion, call
Glenn.
roll.
Yes.
Susan, Linda.
Linda?
She said yes, she now yes.
She can't talk.
Reggie,
Okay. 5.8.
Michael.
Yes.
John.
She hadn't finished, she went to Linda.
Oh,
She went, I know she can't, I guess she can't talk.
yeah. 5.8, ordinance appointing the judge. Do we gotta rescind the old guy, or is he gone?
We need to hire Mr.,
Okay, that's
Brad.
good. Read it as a bill.
excuse me, I'm gonna go get the ordinance for the street sweeper.
I just emailed 3 emails to Frederica. Sorry, I have to do one at a time.
That's okay.
Yes, I don't have to do it. Electronic or?
All right, bill number 24-080, an ordinance appointing Brad Neckerman as municipal court judge until the transfer of St. Robert Municipal Court to Pulaski County Associate Circuit Court has been accomplished.
Okay, I get a motion on the first reading. John makes a motion, Michael seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay. Is that all of them? That's all?
That was first reading.
Okay, second reading.
Bill number 24-080, an ordinance appointing Brad Neckerman as municipal court judge until the transfer of St. Robert Municipal Court to Pulaski County Associate Circuit Court has been accomplished.
Okay, I get a motion on the second reading. Linda makes a motion, Reggie seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay. Ordinance, please.
Ordinance number 4089, an ordinance appointing Brad Neckerman as municipal court judge until the transfer of St. Robert Municipal Court to Pulaski County Associate Circuit Court has been accomplished.
Okay, I get a motion on. Glenn makes a motion, Michael seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn, Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay. 490, or, 5.9, ordinance approving new policy for flood insurance. Reading this bill.
Bill number 24-081, an ordinance approving new policies for flood insurance covering the wastewater treatment plants.
Okay, get a motion on the first reading. Michael makes a motion, John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Mayor, that's just the property, right, that we're talking about, that we need to flood insurance on, not,
Not where the plant's at.
right, just, okay.
Down below, but on the road, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Susan, Reggie,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Second reading.
Bill number 24-081, an ordinance approving new policies for flood insurance covering the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay, got a motion on the second reading. Glenn makes a motion, Michael seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan, Reggie,
Yes.
Michael, John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay, ordinance, please.
Ordinance number 4090, an ordinance approving new policies for flood insurance covering the wastewater treatment plants.
Okay, got a motion on the reading. Reggie makes a motion, Glenn seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay, next committee meetings, wage and finance. Nobody here, public works, Steve, anything? No. You got those 2 trucks, all right? during the budget anyway.
Yeah.
Emergency services, anything? Park committee? Nothing. Okay, comments by Alderman, start with Glenn.
None for those, please.
Susan, any comments?
Nothing happened.
Reggie?
I'm good, man.
Michael?
Thank you.
John?
Yes, just an update on the activities as pro tem. 21st of August, we had the Growth Alliance meeting. I think Anita may have mentioned this one time. They talked about AI. It showed us a lot of ways to use it for graphics. Benefit of using AI. 21st of August, I attended the monthly chamber luncheon. There were no updates that month, but that was the annual meeting. Cecilia was recognized for 20 years with the chamber for that. And then this morning, I attended the Sergeant's Major breakfast at the Cracker Barrel. We had dinner on things that are going on there. So that's all.
Okay.
Good job, John.
Okay, you want to back to that ordinance? That bill and ordinance?
All right, so now we have the right one.
Okay.
Bill number 24-082, an ordinance authorizing the lease purchase of a street sweeper from Security Bank of Pulaski County.
Not purchasing it from Pulaski, or Security Bank.
Yes, to get
Yeah,
your lease
technically,
purchase
yeah.
tax exempt. They buy it, lease purchase it back to us.
Okay. Okay, motion on the first reading. Glenn?
Motion.
Michael? Seconds, clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Second reading.
Bill number 24-082, an ordinance authorizing the lease purchase of a street sweeper from Security Bank of Pulaski County.
Can I get a motion on second reading? Glenn makes a motion, John seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
and Linda.
Ordinance,
Ordinance number 4091, an ordinance authorizing the lease purchase of a street sweeper from Security Bank of Pulaski County.
get a motion on the ordinance. Glenn makes a motion, Reggie seconds. Clarification, discussion, call roll.
Glenn,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Linda.
Okay, we're down to administration, finance.
We got our sales tax in on Friday. We're looking at our capital improvement went up 12%. It went from 139 to 157,000. Our transportation went up 12%. It went from 139 to 156. Our general revenue, it went up 12% from 279 to 314. Our marijuana tax is at $34,433. We budgeted for 40, and we're at 17,000 right now in revenue on marijuana tax. Use tax is gone up 8%. It went from 42,000 to 45,000, and then our park sales tax, it's gone up 12% from 69,000 to 78,000.
Okay. What's the balance in the bank?
Our currently in the bank, total for both accounts, both major accounts is 1.2. We've got 496 over at security and, I'm sorry, it's 1.7. We've got 1.2 in Marys County and 496 in security. And we're getting ready to transfer money out.
Okay. Dana?
We did hire a bookkeeper. We have a second interview that we're scheduling for a utility billing clerk. We're still looking to hire 3 CDL transfer station drivers and 2 CDL positions at the street department.
Okay.
You
Mike,
said two.
anything?
No.
Okay. Steve?
No. I guess if you want me to.
Okay.
Dana, you said two first. 2 for what? For the public works, CDL drivers,
Yes.
Street department.
street? Okay.
We have had the City Hall fire sprinkler system inspection done on the 26th. They did find a few things that needed to repaired, so they come back a week later and done those repairs, so we can be in compliant with street department's been catching up on grass cutting and yard debris pickup, as usual. Water department had some special monthly samples to go out, which took quite a bit of time to do. I think they dropped them off one week. It took them a couple days to sample everything, and then they picked them up the following week, and those went out. We've been working on our lead and copper line inventory. That's taking quite a bit of task. That's where every house we have to identify what the city's service line is and the customer service line, and we're working it through our ISRI program. So we've been doing coming along pretty good on it, though. I think it is due on, we have to send it to DNR and EPA on October 16th, has to be in by that day. Removed some dead trees over by the Chimney Park area. There was, I think, 3 or 4 that actually died over there, so we got those out, ground the stumps down, and fixed it back. The treatment plant's UV system, even though it's a new system, they was having some issues, so the supplier to that system actually came down, took a look at it, and I think moisture has gotten into the panel, so we are unable to bring the UV lamps out for cleaning, and they will not wipe by themselves. So we're hoping just by turning on more UV banks that we'll get by. We're probably going to be looking at maybe putting up some kind of, like a smaller style of
Is it
salt
warranty
shed.
those?
Yes, they are warrantying it. There shouldn't have got moisture in it, but I think it's the hot and the cold weather creating moisture in there. So they said, but the way it's looking, it's about 6 months out for repair parts.
Oh,
So we'll be out of the recreational season here before too long, and we won't be required to UV. We just hope we make it that far. We're finishing up on some of the build out on the garage at the treatment plant. I think this Friday I have insulation guy coming in to do that. And Larry is asking for a shed to be, put a shed down there at the plant. Some of the UV bulbs for the new stuff and spare parts and stuff for the new plant. You remember the old plant, we had extra buildings down there, and this wasn't taken into consideration at this plant. So now that stuff's going to have to be stored somewhere. We're wanting to get it out of the whole building down below before it does get caught into a flood, because those UV lamps are very expensive. So I think every year we was buying a set, they last about 2 years, and they're about a little over $30,000 to change them out. So I'll be getting some pricing on that. We could probably try to find a place to store that stuff until next year, so we can get it in the budget.
that's it. Okay, Don?
Nothing this week.
Okay, Ricky?
Few things. I got August claims report for you. We did 4,477 tons, averaging 2.3 tons a week. So, well, I should say a month. We got a couple things coming up in October. We got fall cleanup for St. Robert's, the 7th and 8th. And Waynesville will be the 10th and 11th. And that'll be only on the day of your trash pickup. A lot of people's calls and says, well, you got both days down. Well, it's just the day of your trash pickup. So,
Just a day of the trash.
Yeah, it'll be fall cleanup day, after trash day.
Okay.
and then October 26th, we got a recycling collection. It'll be held down there at the Aquatic Center. It runs from 9 a.m. to noon, and it's everything that's got a electric cord on it. So hair dryers, stuff like that, computers, they accept tires, so that'll be coming up.
When is that again, Mikey?
That is October 26th, 9 a.m. to noon.
Right on the pool is?
Yep, in their parking lot.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Travis?
Youth sports, we got fall soccer. We're starting that this weekend with the first games. We started basketball, cheerleading, and volleyball registration last week, and it has been running for about a week now. We did get confirmation, I believe, Lisa, you asked about it. So we're going to do the same league. They gave us the thumbs up for the volleyball league up in Camden through the schools in Camden.
Okay. Thank you. Mark?
Just a couple things with the park. October 26th, after the recycling day with Ricky, the park is going to be having their trunk or treat. Bow and Barrel used to do that. They've outgrown their space, so they're kind of partnering with our park department to have it at the community center this year. So anybody that's interested can contact our parks and get signed up for that. On the RV park, total reservation volume year to date, $156,132.47, with an average occupancy rate for the year of 61%. But January, February, March was kind of slow. The last 3 months, reservation volume has been 81,000 plus, with an average occupancy of 95.43. So it's staying full right now. You can kind of see the difference between the charts with the year to date and the last 3 months on the occupancy. So.
Mark, what time is the trunk or treat starting?
5 to 8.
5 to 8. Okay.
Yep, and setup starts at 1 o'clock.
Set up at 1?
Yep.
I have a question for Ricky. When is fall cleanup? I always miss it every year. Is it the first week in October?
It's the 7th,
Fall cleanup?
it'll be on the 7th and 8th. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I missed the dates when you were talking up here.
Okay. Guys?
All right, thank you.
Anita? You're sneaking out.
It was actually. The I-44 study has started, and they've had some hearings, and here's a summary if y'all want to read it. It's interesting. They'll have another one. They're not having any in Pulaski County, so we'll have to go to Laclede or Phelps, but I think it's imperative that we're involved in it and stay active in the study. They have done the surveying on taking out in 2025, they announced at the TAC meeting that they were going to do both the left and the right lane on I-44, adding the climbing lanes on each side and taking out the hill. Now, due to environmental issues and the cost, they're just going to do the one on the left for 2025 and 2026. They're rebudgeting to do the one on the right. So it'll be a little slower getting it all done, but whenever they announce the next public hearings, I'll be sure to let everybody know. Maybe we'll take a carload up or something. We've been working with SEMA and FEMA on doing all the last minute things, like you wouldn't think they need a copy of our employee manual for us to get our final pay, but they've got boxes to check, so that's what we've been working on with them. Like the mayor said, we'll get 10% of the 22 million, which ought to be at closeout around 2.2 million when we're done. And then CDBG, once everything is figured, they'll give us their percentage. The Growth Alliance meets the third Wednesday of every month at 9 a.m. Last month, their discussion was on IA, and I think we all could have sat there for another hour or two and listened to it. It was amazing. They did practical things on the screen, like they made a logo for this company, and it was just amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to see anything on that.
announce those dates again.
They'll meet September the 18th at 9 a.m. here at City Hall, and the speaker will be Hector Silva, the Director of Pulaski County Emergency Services. Everybody's invited to come. We've attended various meetings, Committee of 50, Code USA, etc. We've been busy working through the court changes and our bank account changes. I also got the last annexation paperwork handed in on Laney in Ridge Creek, so I called the mayor to celebrate that. So that road, everybody will be in when we get that completed. Also, I went down to Bruce Warren's today. The Bosa property, all the paperwork's been filed and done. They asked me about a quiet title, so I ran over to talk to Tice or Carrie. And Carrie said we'd want to do that because that would just be completing the transaction, so she was going to talk to Tice. So that's where we're at with that.
Well, the quiet titles kind of put the cork in the bottle there. We're gonna do it as a part. Bruce had charged, was gonna charge $3,000 to do it, which is pretty standard for a quiet title, but we can do it, so we'll go ahead and do it as part of our retainer.
Okay.
We don't need to pay somebody else to do a quiet title action.
Well, Carrie said it was putting the bow on it, and I thought that really, I understood that. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, she already put that in my head.
Okay.
So, we'll take care of that. Bruce did a great job getting everything done for us, but I can do the quiet title action.
That's it, Mayor.
Okay. As we get ready for the end of the year and getting ready for budget, we'll be getting those sheets out to the different departments. We need to, as a council, look at the prices that we're getting for electric, water, sewer. Sewer rates down in Waynesville, we found was 25% below, so I don't know how else to be good. Trash, we're probably looking at a residential increase to our customers because we're still kind of losing money at the transfer station, even with the raise over there. Then I got a couple things for closed. Okay.
What time is that growth and lines meeting? Is it 9 o'clock?
It's 9 o'clock, but we'll be gone when
I'm sorry?
MML.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, the meeting is being closed pursuant to Missouri Law, Chapter 610-021, to include Section 1 legal, Section 2 real estate, Section 3 personnel. Get a motion to go into closed. Glenn makes a motion. Michael seconds. Clarification, discussion, call.
We haven't done it.
Glenn?
Yes.
Susan? Reggie?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Linda?
Okay, thank you.